Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. So let's get into it, you guys. Now, what's the deal, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, and I intend on doing the exact same. What's going on, y'all? Now, y'all already know, before we get into the mess for the day, y'all know we have church announcements. So let's get into those first before we get into what we're here to talk about. Now, as you guys know, today is Sunday, which means that The Real Housewives of Atlanta airs later on tonight at 8/7 Central on Bravo TV. Okay, this is the last part of the reunion, so you guys do know that I do live reviews. I will be going live for the reunion right after the show, so make sure you guys tune in. The link is already out there, so make sure you click on that notification bell to set your reminders so you won't miss the live. All right, and then on Monday, which is tomorrow, tune in for the finale of the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We will be over on Simply Sakina's platform, and we'll be talking about part 2 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. There won't be a roaster review this week because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta won't be on, but we will be returning next week for a roaster review, and we'll be over on Giving You the Real Teas platform. And also on Friday night, tune in because we will be doing the second episode of Boys Night Out at 8/7 Central. Okay, and the link for that is also already available, so make sure you go ahead and set it up, honey, because it's already available for the people. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much all that we got for the church announcements. So let's go ahead and get into the mess for today, okay? Now, the first things first, we're going to get into Mr. Roddy Rich, okay? And I got this article here from its own site, and apparently Mr. Roddy Rich is seeking joint custody of his son while amidst shocking allegations made by his child's father as she filed for sole custody, okay? So let's go ahead and get into that. So this is coming from its own site. Now, the article states, recently, there's been a custody battle between Roddy Rich and his ex-girlfriend, Alexandria. Alexandria has filed a petition asking for full custody of their 3-year-old son, and her reasons for doing so are quite concerning. According to All Hip Hop, Alexandria alleges that Roddy is addicted to, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I'm just going to say P, and prioritizes being intoxicated over being a father to their child. Additionally, she is seeking $20,000 per month in child support from the rapper. In the meantime, he has been ordered to pay $24,000 per month temporarily while the court proceedings continue. The petition against Roddy Rich includes even more serious allegations. Alexandria claims that he still has affiliations with gangs, and she specifically mentions an incident where she and their son were evicted from a house owned by the box rapper, despite him having the financial means to pay for it. She also provides insight into his financial situation, stated that he earned over $10 million in 2022 alone. More so over, she asserts that his net worth exceeds $25 million and requests $500,000 in appearance fees. As of now, Rich has not responded to any of these allegations, but he is seeking joint custody of their child. Okay, so that's pretty much the first thing that we're going to talk about, and that is Mr. Roddy Rich and his baby mama Alexandria talking about sole custody. First of all, I don't know nothing about him. I hear this name all the time. I do. But I don't know none of his songs. I don't know none of his songs. And for him to be making that much money in 2022 alone, what else does he do? I don't know nothing about these people. But I mean, all I gotta say is this right here. It's a sad day for these rappers, these male rappers, and these damn kids and these damn child support filings and stuff like that, because these women are not letting them come up for air. They're not letting them come up for air at all. And one could argue about that being way too much money for child support. But I mean, if you let your kids get evicted out of a house that you were paying the bills on and you had the means for it, you could at least pay for it. But at the same time, what I don't be liking, and like I said, I'm not defending him at all. Because if he was arrested on drug charges and being intoxicated and all that stuff, then to be honest, he really don't need to have no full custody of the child. He just need to pay his child support payments and keep it moving. But what I don't like about these women that have kids by these rappers, they only tend to depend on the child support check that's only going to last for 18 years. Don't you think you need to get your own hustle and work somewhere too? Like you can only live off that check for so long. You know what I mean? And I get it. You want to make him responsible for what he needs to be responsible for. You know what I mean? And I understand that. But what I don't be liking about this is, so you're not gonna get up and go and do something on your own. Like you're not gonna get up, get you a business, do some things that will pretty much, you know what I'm saying, that will pretty much get you where you need to go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. So to me, it's like, get up and go, do you. But at the same time, like I said before, if he's out here being arrested for things of that nature, then I'm not really sure if him having sole custody of the kid is even worth it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's trying to get joint custody. But my thing is, if you got the means, pay for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Pay for the expenses that needs to be paid for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. And make sure your kid is like, if you don't want to, like, put your, like, I don't understand how you can allow the mother of your kid and the child to be evicted out of a house. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. She do need to work, but at the same point in time, you should not allow your kid to be out on the street. Like, if your kid gonna be out on the street, then you might need to come. That's when you come along and take the child. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I wouldn't let neither one of them be out on the street. You know what I mean? I'd be like, look, now I pay this rent, but you're gonna have to find you somewhere else to stay. If you don't find you nowhere else to stay that you can afford, then yeah. Because yeah, I didn't make this child by myself. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes down to these child support cases with these rappers and these actors and stuff like that, I don't really have much of an opinion, because to me, it'd be like, if you got the means, take care of the kids. If you got the means, pay the bills. But at the same time, if you are a woman and you got a kid by a rapper or an actor or anybody famous, I just personally feel like you should not only rely on that money that these men are giving you every month. I just don't think you should. I don't think that it's smart to rely on that. That's just like me relying on YouTube every damn month. I can't rely on that all the time. You feel what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at. I just feel like you always got to think smart about certain things, and you got to do things in the way that you know that you can. That's just how I feel about it. So I just want to know what you guys think about Mr. Roddy Rich and his child support case. If there's anything that I'm missing on this, let me know in the comments. And this is a premiere, so I'm sure y'all gonna be in the comments. Let me know what the hell I missed, as you should. Okay, so that's pretty much all that we got on Roddy Rich. I hope they figure that out, though. Honestly, I really do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to the next thing. So Miss Sheree Whitfield, now she's in the blogs once again because her audition tape for the Real Housewives of Atlanta was leaked, honey. And I guess we're gonna see what Nene meant when she said that the producers were saying that she was boring as all outside. Okay, so let's get into this tape. We're gonna get into this tape, honey. Let's get into it, baby. I want to see this because I ain't seen it yet, so I'll be seeing it with y'all. Let's get into it.
Sheree Whitfield, and I am an up and coming designer. Moved to Atlanta 15 years ago. I followed my mom and my brother. Got here and absolutely loved it. Loved Atlanta 15 years ago. Is different than Atlanta today, but loved it. Ended up meeting my husband, had some kids. He's an ex now. Love my kids. Have a passion for fashion. Starting my clothing line, and that's my life. She by Sheree and my kids. Life in Atlanta social scene is wonderful. It's a group of people, all walks of life. You have politicians, you have athletes, you have people in the music industry, fashion. They all come together to these very select functions and just network. I am an up and coming designer. I've always had a passion for fashion, designing, clothing. I had a boutique. A couple years ago, I closed, but the only reason I opened the boutique is to actually design. And I just had so much going on with the boutique. I couldn't put 100% into actually designing. So since then, I've closed the boutique, and now I'm working 100% on designing She by Sheree. A typical day in my life. Wake up, get the kids out off to school, and I'm busy. I'm busy working on my designs all day. I go to the gym, I come home, and after that, it's just pretty much working on my design, She by Sheree, meeting with all types of different people from sketch artists to calling manufacturers and meeting with my design team. It's hectic. My hobbies are definitely traveling, spending time with my kids, laughing, working out. I'm really big into fitness. I would love another passion that I have is I would love to start an organization and kind of work with younger women. Right now, the kids are so out of shape. I mean, the lifestyles are just not good. And I would love to start an organization working with younger girls, teaching them fitness and eating right. My name is Sheree Whitfield, and I am in.
Listen. Listen. First of all, I do not agree with Nene on a lot of things. But what I will say is that I definitely agree with her when it comes down to this audition tape. I would definitely agree with her on that. I'm going to tell you why. It's dry. And I could tell that Nene was the one that vouched for Sheree. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. The fact that Nene vouched for Sheree. She had to, because this shit was boring. Okay? Boring as a mother. Okay? And I'm not just saying that because I'm not really a fan of Miss Sheree. I ain't no fan of Sheree. That's very obvious and apparent. It's not. I'm not. But this was nothing interesting. Like if I was a producer and I'm looking at an audition tape, she is not a person that I would choose in any capacity. Not for a peach holder, not for a friend of the show, not nothing. Like you can come in and sit there at the table with somebody as their friend on one episode, but having you on a show like that, ain't no way in hell you would have been on the show if I was a producer. I'm just saying, so somebody had to vouch for Sheree because there was nothing interesting about her in this damn audition tape. Like there was nothing that made me go, pow. Oh my God, we got to have her. Like she didn't even sound convincing. You know what I mean? And to be honest, Sheree has been given delusion of grandeur even back then. Okay? Talk about her life and her heart and her soul. Her body and soul is all about Sheree. She by Sheree. Girl ain't sketched no design, ain't gave us no design, been giving us fashion shows with no fashions, ain't paying designers, ain't doing none of that. She been talking about She by Sheree and it being her body and soul for all these years, and it still ain't her passion or her body and soul. She ain't got nothing that like she go to Sheen and AliExpress, get these clothes, stamp the She by Sheree logo on it, and bam, you got a design. Bam, you got something. I'm gonna stick it on my website for $300 a pop because I think that people gonna be dumb enough to buy it. Ain't nobody buying that shit for no $300, Sheree. And I wish you would realize that. Ain't nobody finna buy that shit for that much. Nobody is. Like nobody. You got to be out of your mind to think this is gonna work this time if it didn't work before. Like I'm tickled. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. I am tickled. I am tickled pink looking back at that because she's delusional even in that tape. Because it's like, girl, you talk about She by Sheree, you know what I mean? You talk about that. You talk about how that's your passion is this and that. But I don't really think that She by Sheree was really her passion. Because if anything is your passion, you will really work hard to get it together. And to be honest, Sheree never worked hard to put She by Sheree together. And it just feel like because I feel like this too. Another thing about it is, girl, just because you know how to dress, that don't mean you need a fashion line. Just because you know how to dress, that don't mean you can put together a fashion line. Maybe you could be somebody's maybe you could be a wardrobe designer or something like that. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to be a stylist. You don't need no fashion line. And on top of that, you don't have the passion. It's not genuine. Like you just wanted a quick money grab because you was on reality TV. You was some football player's ex-wife. You was attractive, and you felt like, okay, I can get on this damn TV show. I can sock it to the people, let them know that I'm this and I'm that, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna sock it to them. We're gonna let them see that I'm this big time designer and all this other that you was trying to portray, and you didn't live up to it. You didn't live up to it, and we saw you falter as the seasons went by. By season 2, you got kicked out of your house, and then you tried to blame Bob for it. You say he wasn't paying the mortgage, and you didn't know nothing about it, so you went on down. Season 3, we really didn't see nothing from you, and then in season 4, you were staying in a 2-bedroom apartment. So it's like, Sheree been delusional. Sheree been lying. Sheree been stuttering like Joe. She and mystical. She been doing all that for all these years. And I guess that's why the people love her so much. And now she's back on the show, sitting in the first seat by default because the producer's one of her friends, all that other stuff. So yeah, that was Sheree's audition tape. And baby, I don't know how she made it, but thank Nene Leakes for making you be on the show. Thank you for that. Because I know for a fact she vouched for your ass, because that was the girl. And people be trying to call me boring, but that is boring. Okay, now that is boring. But the people that call me boring and people that hates on me, so it is what it is. But the thing of it is that's what you call boring, honey. That right there is what you call motherfucking boring. Okay. But anyways, let's get into the next story. Next story is Miss Tamar Braxton. Now, apparently, Miss Tamar has been the topic of discussion, of course, because she was beefing with Candy. And not only was she beefing with Candy, she was a topic of discussion recently because she was defending Erica Mena in this Spice situation. And her mutant ass fans can come up in here and say she wasn't defending her. Yes, the fuck she was. And you ain't going to tell me nothing different. However, the question comes in on the Neighborhood Talk. And the question is, would you like to see Tamar Braxton join the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And I'm going to tell your ass right now. No, we do not. No, we do. No, we don't. Okay? No, we don't. We don't want to see her motherfucking ass on a Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm being honest with you. We don't want to see that. And I don't know why these people on Twitter and Instagram be trying to make fetch happen with Tamar. We don't want to see her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's annoying and obnoxious. We already got Marlo. We don't need another one that's very over the top. Because Tamar was annoying when she was on Braxton Family Values. She was never my favorite Braxton. I was always here for the Trinas and the Tracys of them all. I never really seen it for Tamar. She's over the top. She's way too obnoxious for me. She says too much shit. She way too opinionated for me because she's opinionated, which is good because, okay, I'm opinionated as well, but I know when to rein that shit in. She don't know how to do that. She gives her unsolicited opinions, and then when somebody drag her ass, then she go and run and cry, then she play the victim, then she gaslights and do all this extra shit. That's what Tamar does. And I can imagine her being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, arguing with Drew, arguing with Kenya, and all this other shit. I can't imagine seeing her do any of that. She would not be able to survive on the Housewives of Atlanta. You think Tracy was ready to whoop her ass all them times? And baby, I wanted Tracy to whoop her ass. I can't even front on you. I wanted Tracy to beat her ass all them times that she wanted to, because she used to, out of everybody, she disrespected Tracy the most. Okay. Justice for Tracy. She disrespected Tracy the most. But all I'm saying is, we don't need Tamar on no damn Real Housewives. We really don't. And can we just shy away from getting people like Tamar on this show? Because she's not a good personality for no show like that. She better stick with the family values. That's what she needs to stick with. Stick with the family values. Stick with doing the show with your sister. Stick with terrorizing your sisters. We don't need you terrorizing another group of women. Absolutely not. We don't need it. And like I said before, I don't know why people keep trying to make this happen. Like, how would y'all feel if Tamar was on the Housewives of Atlanta? Child, I couldn't even stomach it if she was on there. Of course, I'll review it because it's a check. And number two, I'm invested in the show. I've been watching it since the first season. I've been reviewing it since season 3. So, of course, I'm going to want to watch it and, do my thug thizzle and give my opinion and drag Tamar. Absolutely. But she's annoying. And I just, no. She's way too over the top. Way too dramatic. No. Like, that's one of the reasons why I did not like to watch The Real. Because of her. Her personality is too overbearing for me. It's too much. And she's a hypocrite. And she doesn't take accountability. And it's everybody else's fault when stuff be going down with her. Like, I can't with her. Like, she's annoying and I can't. So, I want to know what y'all think about that because, baby, yeah, y'all, if y'all been watching me for years, y'all know what the answer was gonna be for me. Absolutely not, honey. Okay. Let's move on to the next story. And then after that, we got one more story before we get out of here. And this story is with these two dysfunctional losers, and that is Hazel E. and Devon Waller. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Now, y'all know they've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for quite some time now in regards to their child. Um, Hazel E was out with another man, and he was out the dude was out with her daughter, and they said daddy duty. Okay, so let's look at the video that got this shit started, and then of course, Devon responded. So we finna go ahead and get into that. Let's look at this video, and we on the shade room, so let's get into it. I don't want no music in here before I get daddy duty. This is a mess. Okay. So that was the video with her and her new man. Why her men look the same? Anyway, that was a video with her daughter and her new man. They talking about some damn daddy duty. Okay. Then here we go. So Devon comes in and he had a few things to get off his chest after seeing Miss Hazel E in her new boo with her daughter, with his daughter. Okay. He says, all I know is any other man that tries to be some type of stepdad to my daughter, you better treat my princess right or it's on sight and I ain't talking. My daughter is my favorite part of my life and I'll be damned that any man mistreats her. All I ask is play your part and we won't have no problems. Make sure you're with the dude longer than 20 days before you bring whatever type of dude around my daughter. Don't want her to think that's okay. Damn shame. You had my daughter around 5 different dudes within 4 months. Random dudes every month. I don't need my daughter to know what it's like to not keep a kid. No, not to keep a dude. You keep hopping from D to D trying to find another me. Give it up. If you're gonna post my daughter, make sure her hair is done. You always got your synthetic wig on. You post, I don't know. I don't watch your stuff at all. But from what I know, everything you post, you make sure your hair is done. So have some respect and do my daughter's hair before you post her. Shakes my fucking head. Okay. And that's the video. So let's look at the comments because there are more posts in regards to this story. Forrest Rock says, say you're bothered without just flat out coming out saying that you're bothered. The real Michelle Kramer says, I'm praying for all involved. Co-parenting isn't easy. We have to do better so the kids can see better. She posted this video for his reaction. Hazel, you're in your 40s, sis. Why are you acting his age? Why does it say daddy duty? That's weird. And he's right in the aspect of not having everybody you deal with around a kid. A random man should not be around her child. He's not wrong. Exactly. You could do what you want, but don't bring on those different men around your kid. That's not a flex. I mean, he ain't lying. You got to be careful who you bring around your kid. Why she posting daddy duty? She being crazy now. But Hazel has always been pressed for attention. Okay, so that was it for that post. I think there's more to come back to. All right, wait a minute. Where we at now? We gotta go up. We gotta go up. We gotta go. Okay. Now, this is what Hazel, no, this is what Devon shares. Okay. Devon shares another message to his stories. Okay. I have custody of my daughter. I raised her very well. She has only been around one woman since I left Doobie. It's not the same. Here's the comments again. Dobie or Doobie, whatever, is insane. Fighting words, actually. The legendary, shout out to TTB for that. Markel35 says, these people like him get into these relationships that's based off no type of love, but the love of money, attention, and have kids together, split up, and then want us to subscribe to their baby mama, baby daddy drama for the next 18 years. We don't care. Not Dobie. He's sassy as that's how you know this nigga never loved her. Why he roasting her so bad? It's weird for a dude to come for her looks every chance he gets because they're no longer together, but was happy and so eager to be on the front street with her when they were together. Like she said, he only got with her for clout. I get that he don't agree with whatever she's doing, but to constantly talk about the looks of a woman you married and had a kid with is insane. She's doobie, but you was leeching off of her for years and procreated with her. That was very ill. He ain't think she was Dobie when he was in there. Okay, let me make sure there's nothing else here. I think that's it for this. Yeah, that's about it. So let's get into what I think. Okay, let's get into what I think. Now, first things first, I'm sick of Hazel and I'm sick of Devon. That's first thing. So let's start off with my opinions about Hazel. Hazel is 100% wrong for posting that video talking about daddy duties. You already know what you're doing when you're making that post. You are trying to get this man's attention, and you know that you don't need to get this man's attention. Y'all know y'all in this bitter feud right now with this divorce and the custody and all this other shit. You wrong. And there's no other way to put that. Number two, he's absolutely right about you having several different women, no, several different men around your child, especially a daughter. You should never have all these different men around your daughter. That's setting a bad example. And I feel the same way about men who have different women around their kids. You should never bring nobody around your child unless you know that it's official and you know that you're going to be with these motherfuckers for a long period of time. That's how I feel about that, and I stand on that. Now, as for Devon, you sitting up here disrespecting her, calling her out her name, talking about her looks, something that I've done, but I ain't the one that didn't have no baby with her. You talking about her like a dog now, being all sassy for the internet. Do the Naomi Campbell walk? Snap for the kids, snap for the kids, snap for the snack a few times. All that shit. You doing all that for the people. But when you was with her, you didn't give a fuck about how she looked. When you was with her, you didn't care about her damn nose. When you was with her, you didn't give a fuck about how she looked. When you was with her, you was ready to fight everybody that said something about her. So what the fuck does that make you? A bitch ass nigga. That's what that make you, because you didn't give a fuck about none of this shit when you was with her. So what the does it matter now? It don't fucking matter now. We don't give a fuck. Because she thought that you was with her for the clout anyway, and you're showing that you was with her for the clout anyway. You didn't really love that lady. You didn't care to marry her. You married her for the clout. That's what you did. And I'm not one to ever be on Hazel E's homophobic colorist ass side. I'm never on her side about nothing. But in this particular case, you look like a damn sassy ass. Like that's what you looking like. You looking like a sassy ass, and that's just the case here. It's okay for you to be mad about her having a random dude around your kid. That's understood. That's understandable. I'm never going to take that from you. I'm telling you, I'm not. It's nothing to take away from you. But what I'm telling you is, you look real stupid to be disrespecting her and calling her out her name and criticizing her looks when you was all up in that wop making kids with her. Put a ring on her finger and married her. Ready to put hands on anybody that was sitting up here talking down on her, and you sitting around doing the same thing you was ready to fight niggas for when they was talking about her. Always coming to the limelight, trying to defend her and shit on the internet and all this other stuff. You was doing all that, but now she's doobie, Dobie, whatever the fuck you calling her. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say because I ain't the one who fucking had no motherfucking kids with her. You did. You did, mother. You did. Okay? You did. And you're going to have to live with that. Ain't no need for you to be disrespecting her and talking about her looks now. You didn't give a fuck about how she looked back then when you was screwing her and having kids with her. So what does it matter now? You sassy. Real hot. Real in heat. Real hot boyish. That's what you giving. You know, down here, we used to call, they used to call a lot of gay boys hot in the ass or hot. Hot boys. You know, I would know they used to call my ass hot all the time. Hot ass. That's what you giving. Hot ass. Anyway, let's go to the last story of the day, and this is about Blueface. Now, apparently, there was a white LGBT content creator that sat up here and lied on this man and said that him and what's his name? Him and Blueface were involved. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. Okay, let's check that out. We're gonna look at this video that the dude did, and we're gonna talk about what Blueface actually said, and then we're gonna give my commentary. Then we're gonna be up out of here. So let's get into that. Let's check that out, y'all.
Speaking of Blueface, all this chit chat got me thinking about that time I posted these pics on Instagram a couple months ago. Check the material. Very much she a baddie. She knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friends. Why did this happen after? I wasn't gonna go there, but babe, I'm bored. Also, Blueface.
Okay, so then Blueface said, I have no interest in going after the LGBTQ if they don't hold each other accountable for things like this. Seeing how they come together for everything else on their community as a whole. I'm not homophobic or gay. Okay, now that's what Blueface said. So let's move on to the next. I'm not suing nobody for defamation if y'all believe that. That's on you. This is all entertainment for me. Literally, every time I open these apps, I separate my reality from this virtual world. Everybody is pretending in line for likes and approvals. Then there's the tattoos don't match and stuff like that. Okay, that's what that is.
I might have ran with it a little bit. The guy in the video is actually. Some call me a liar. I call it entertainment. Because are you entertained? Was your jaw dropped? I think it was. Job accomplished. Not Blueface, but the DMs are real. So if y'all want to still see those, maybe I should post them. And honestly, if it were about any other human being on this planet, I wouldn't even give a fuck and put my 2 cents in. But the fact that it's blue cheese and Stewie, why not have a little fun? He's having a ball on his Instagram and shit, so why can't we?
Whack. Okay, so that was the guy. So let's look at the comments. Okay, this is the most mature. Shout out to Mr. Jerome Tramiel. This is the most mature thing I've ever heard him say, and he's absolutely correct. However, I'd be taking him to court. Me too. Erica De Niro says it's amazing how people are in the comments will put aside the violent, degenerate, disgusting behavior that Blueface demonstrates every day to uphold his heterosexuality. Chef D says, this is not funny or cool. Ish like this is the reason why all straight homies think that gay males want to fuck on them. He's been searching, excuse me, he's been searching for clout for years, especially in the beauty community. The thirst is real. That's really fucked up. We don't claim him. Cole is always lying for views. He crazy. So I'm gonna leave it at that and say this. First of all, I don't claim this mother at all. Let's make that clear. I don't even know who the kid is, but he looked stupid. Okay, let's start there. Number two, I never think that it's okay for anybody in the LGBT community to sit up there and lie about fucking somebody or lying about having any type of interaction with nobody. It's never okay and it's never cool to be doing no bullshit like that. Never cool. That's number one. That's number two. Number three, Blueface has every right to take this bitch ass mother to court for lying on him. Now, granted, I drag Blueface on the regular. Okay, I can't stand Blueface. He look like he don't bathe. But at the end of the day, nobody deserves to be lied on and have their reputation of some sort being tampered with, even though Blueface's reputation ain't about a motherfucking thing, not even cheese nips. Okay, but he should be sued for lying. He should be sued for sitting on camera saying, oh, I do this for entertainment. So if somebody come and beat your ass for entertainment, then what? Then you'll be talking about a hate crime. See, my thing about this is what I don't like about my community sometimes. Like, and it's not everybody in the community. So let's not make it seem like I'm generalizing anything. These are the type of guys that I don't like in my community because they get off on either exposing people or they get off on lying on people. And what does that accomplish when you turn around and you lie on somebody? What's the fucking point of making it seem like you had sex with a person? Okay, you them. So what? Are you fucking them now? Who the cares? Okay. One thing about me, I ain't never lied on nan to make myself feel good. Never lied on nan, never exposed no mother, never did that. Because I got what I wanted out the deal. I'm exposing it for. I got what I wanted it. We, and that's what I wanted. So I'm not gonna sit up here and ruin my motherfucking good time to prove a point. I don't give what he do. Long as I got what I want out of the deal, I'm gonna go about my business. I don't agree with outing people, and I don't agree with lying about fucking people. Like, why lie on you? Why do that? There's no point of doing that shit. So But I don't know. But at the same point in time, he does need to be held accountable because just like Chef D said, this is why straight guys be believing that dumb shit about all gay men are the same. We're not the same. All gay men don't go out, pursuing straight men and all this other stuff and lying on straight men or trying to be cool with straight men so to see if they can. Because promise you, trust and believe me, a lot of my friends are straight, and I ain't never tried to come at them in any kind of way like that ever. And I'm friends with a lot of hard-legged ass too. And I ain't never tried them like that. Number one, I love my life. Number two, I'm not interested. I don't even see them like that. So it's like, girl, and you weird anyway. You look weird. Ugh. Anyway, but that's all I got on it. For once, I'm on Blueface side, but he's still a dog ass anyway. So Blueface, but he don't deserve to be lied on about no shit like that anyway. I'm surprised he ain't. I commend him for giving a mature response and not going to the words and stuff like that. I commend him for that. But yeah. But anyways, with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here. And until my next video, I will holler at you guys a little bit later, and I will leave you guys with the promo of my upcoming panel, the Chasing panel, that will be coming out this fall. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.